It landed on number 1. Okay. So for those of you who are open to love, okay? Very specifically. Very specifically. If you're not, then this is not for you, okay? Meaning you are over all past energies. Right. If you're looking for the one, because it landed on number 1. All right. For those who are open to love, let's see who's coming towards them. You are over. Every sword has been pulled out. You're better. You're over it. Okay? Please only show us information that can be shared. Block out anything that should not, from spying and prying eyes. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Archangel Michael. Yes. Risings. Ooh, in this season is what I'm getting. For some of you, it's a rebirth with someone whom you've ended things with, okay? It is what it is. That's the death card, death, rebirth, right? But I feel like that's more so in this season. But let's see what else comes out. 8 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. All right, for those of you, and I feel like this person's energy has already been kind of like, hey, 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 hey. That energy is coming towards you. This person is at a distance from you. I see that. Wow. Yeah, in your gut, you already know this. So maybe things just didn't go the way you thought they would. Because there's still a lot of love here with the Queen of Cups. A lot of love. Yeah. I don't feel as though this particular individual and you ever had a formal relationship. Just a very ethereal connection between the two of you. Yep. When you knew each other, they were juggling multiple priorities, maybe you as well. But yeah. This person has been in deep, deep, deep remorse, sadness, grief. Because they fumbled you. They did. Hence these 2 cups. There's a lot of making things right. Oof. 6 of Cups, Judgment, Knight of Pentacles. Wow. They said they a soldier of love. But yeah, they are afraid, but they're going to do it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. Again, this person's energy has already, but I will say this return energy, it's they're in it to win it. I feel like you yourself may drag your feet because I don't know if you are even open to showing this person any level of attention, but they've achieved what they wanted to financially, career-wise. but they are on their way to you. This is a new person, like new in the sense that they've gone through some major transformations, because I'm looking at 666 right, and so it's giving me the number of man, all the atomic particles, so it's giving me ascension, it's giving me upgrades. Yeah, see, Ace of Wands. Ooh, Eight of Cups, and there's the Chariot, there's the Star. Yeah, this person has definitely gone through some stuff. Ooh. Oh yeah. Yeah. Anyway, you know what happened between the two of you and all of that, why you turned your back, da 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 da. Yeah. That is the most beautiful trigger you could have ever done. Okay. But yeah, they are definitely it's gonna surprise you in a lot of ways. I'm gonna pick these up, okay? Because again, I said new, but this person's energy is new. It is revitalized. They have gone through some sort of a spiritual upgrade, soulful upgrade. Yeah. Ace of Wands, Fool card. All right. Thank you, Holy Spirit. They got a whole strategy. It's okay. For those of you who are interested and open to new love, let's see. Oh, the Chariot, Page of Cups. I like it. Temperance. Ooh. Woo. Okay. So for somebody, right, you've been manifesting someone who is capable of balancing you out. This is someone who's manifested a masculine energy who is able to shift them completely into the quote unquote softer side. So if that's what you've been doing, this is for you. Okay. Like the Magician, like I said, you have manifested this because you've had to be in the Queen of Wands energy, and that's dope, right? We gotta start somewhere, right? But you definitely called in energetic counter, a match. See, there's that tempering energy, someone who could like really you could look up to. Wow. So you haven't had a lot of relationships where you have, we'll just say you had a lot of respect or admiration for the masculine. Wow. I feel like you're a very strong manifester and you have called in quite a few. And so choose wisely. Remember what it is that you put out there. Because, you know, if the universe, they like to use lots of times for tests. You put out like the bat signal. Yeah. Seriously, Knight of Cups, Chariot, Nine of Cups. Knight, Chariot, Nine of Cups. That's a lot of water. You may really have to do some soul searching because you're going to have a lot of people vying for your attention. Yeah. And it's funny because I feel like you're going from a space and a place of not putting too much energy. But I like the way the Queen of Wands is on top of this Queen of Swords. And so I feel like you're going to be real shrewd. Yeah, it's definitely a test in that, John. Wow. I feel like it's a vibe thing. Woo! Because there are some slick tongue folk. Hold on. Yeah. You're going to have to use your heart. And I mean that. It's a vibe thing. You're going to have to use the emotions. The sword is nice, but I don't feel like it's going to serve you. Because I feel like it's going to be subtle differences in these individuals, but they're going to be very similar. And so this is where you're going to have to remember exactly what you were manifesting. This is why we advise writing stuff down. And that way you can refer back to what it is you wrote down. Yo, because look, the Wheel of Fortune, and then there's the Emperor. This is the energy, because man, there's all sorts of emperors out here. Yo, that shit's funny. I told you it's a test in this, John. All right, they told me to stop. But you're going to encounter a couple different soulmates. Look, Two of Cups, Ace of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Empress. Okay? We already see. I know it was a feminine energy that was calling in this soulmate, this kingdom spouse. And so, again, going back, it's a vibe thing. It's an emotional thing. It, mm, you're going to have to use all your senses. Okay? All your senses. And that way you can energetically discern who this individual is amongst many. Yo, I don't envy this right now. I don't envy anything, but at the same time, that looks unnecessarily complicated. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun for you. All right, Holy Spirit. If you're open to new love, so for some, there is Ace of Cups, Page of Pentacles, wow, Page of Wands, Six of Cups, and then there's the Fool. So this is a genuine past life soulmate. This is a connection that will start off as friends, travel buddies, something like that. Kindred, very much kindred spirits. You might even, for those of you, the word pilgrimage is coming to mind. Whatever that might mean to you, if you're taking one, you can encounter this person on this pilgrimage. Yeah, some sort of healing retreat, something like that. Definitely getting travel. Chariot, Knight of Wands. But this is new to you in this incarnation, but it's going to be very kinetic, very, again, ethereal energy. You're going to feel each other. It's uncanny. You're like drawn to each other. Again, there's the Magician. So we have this energy of manifesting. It makes sense, right? Because full moon, Taurus, Venusian, right? Backgrounds, okay? Heredity, spiritual heredity, okay? This person, you're going to feel peace. That's going to be the telltale sign. This person's energy is so grounding. It's so peaceful. It's healing. You're going to feel like you've known each other forever, because I feel like you have. Right. There's a soul recognition. You're going to even have flashes of past life encounters. You might even have dreams leading up to this meeting. World, Six of Swords, Nine of Swords. Very vivid dreams. One in particular could, why am I hearing joust? Or of a timeline where war broke out and pulled you away from each other. Also, yeah, it's going to feel very real. Ace of Wands. This is going. I feel like that's going to be the beginning, the initiation before you meet this individual. Because here's the Lovers on the bottom, and there's the King of Cups. Look, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Like inexplicable love. It's strange. I told you it's going to feel very, very comfortable. Very comfortable. Yeah. That's wild. Because I feel like y'all going to be surrounded by a bunch of people. But once y'all have this soul recognition, it's going to be like nobody else is even around. Wow. Yeah. This is the initiation. Mm-hmm. It could very well be a Pisces. Heads up for someone. That's cool. This dream may actually freak you out a little bit. But you both have this very playful energy. This makes me feel like it's like some sort of new age seminar, workshop, healing retreat, work. It's something like that. That's neat. Very neat. But both of you, that's funny. Uh, Parlor tricks and then real occult studies. Okay. I rebuke you, devil, and the spirit of lust that you carry and all your heavy energies, spirit of delay and everything else. I rebuke you. You're protected from that low vibrational energy. It's always a little karmic-y energy somewhere trying to steal some joy. Be gone. If you're open to new love, let's see who's coming towards you. Nine of Wands, Death, Nine of Cups, Six of Pentacles, King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. It's a lot of fire energy out here. This is someone from, because you're interested in new love, there's an energy who just refuses to just allow things to just be done. You do have a beautiful new beginning coming in, but there is an energy that is trying to oppose it. They have convinced themselves that you should only be with them, and that's sad. So I don't want to focus on them, but you need to be aware of this little irritant. But you have new love coming in. This could be at the top of the year, January. Yeah, during Aquarius season, this person could be an Aquarian, doesn't have to be, but it's making me feel during the top of the year. Yeah. Somebody is like really fixated on blocking you. This person, I don't want to focus on them, but I need to give you this warning about this energy from your past. They are actively trying to connect with members of your family because they're determined to get in contact with you in some way, shape, or form. And so I feel like this person's aggressive. Okay. And so if you need to tell the people in your family that this person is quite threatening, et cetera, and they shouldn't interact with them, you need to go ahead and do that. Okay. Because by not sharing that information, you're kind of putting other people in jeopardy. Okay. Just FYI. Yeah. They're a swindler of some variety, the energy from your past. But let's focus on this because they're an asshole, and I don't want them to bombard this reading. Then when this is what we're see, that's just another way of them trying to delay someone who genuinely cares for you from entering your life. But don't neglect the warning. Ew. Yeah. All right. Let's just. What's brewing for this new love for the collective? I feel like they're gonna check all your boxes. Uh-oh. Be careful, all right? Because this person, you could be one of many. So this is why you don't rush into anything. You take your time getting to know people. Lovers, Ace of Pentacles, Fool, Hangman, King of Cups. Right. Again, the energies of lessons are always afoot. You know, a lot of times we get tested right before a blessing comes through. Saturn's hanging out back there, you know? So, right. This could just be a poor choice and you're just being given a heads up about it. Okay, already knowing the T. So if you're currently being pursued by somebody, this person's just trying to put you in their rotation. Okay, unfortunately. So if you do engage with them, please wear protection. I feel like that goes without saying. And it's funny because this person, it could be a Taurus because chill vibes came out, but you know, not. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because you will find evidence right after you sleep with this person that there are other people's in their lineups, okay? And they're not telling you. So you might want to have a conversation, okay? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid because here's the thing. If you can't have mature conversations about people's dating and their sexual practices and things like that, then you should not be engaging in sex, okay? It is what it is. All right. You're open to new love. Wow. Yeah, this energy, right? Is trying to get away from it. They're like, nah, Seven of Swords, Knight of Wands. Shit. Judgment. You need to be. They like, yo. Yeah. This person's an opportunist. Ew. They like energy and they like attention. They're not safe by any means. This person thinks they're playing the long game with you. Okay. Somebody's definitely wearing a mask. I feel like this person is emotionally unstable. Like this is all representative energy. Seven of Swords, Knight of Wands. They come across fun loving, free spirited, all these things. They're not. This person's got a serious temper. Okay, a serious temper. Yeah, they've got some sort of demonic energy on them, by the way. And I feel like you just need to either wrap it up with this individual because something something is brewing. Yeah. Not to mention, someone might outright just tell you that y'all just really Netflixing and chilling. caught up, sick, destruction. Like, be careful with this individual. Like, really. Wow. Listen, you got somebody in your camp. I don't know if they've hooked you up with this person, but they're not to be trusted. They're not a friend of yours. They're lining you up, actually, with red lipstick stain and watching ish go down, or watching, yeah, enjoying the gossip. Whoever this person is, they want to see you in a bad way. And you may think this person has your best interest at heart. Betrayal. This could even be like a cousin or a family member. They lining you up, okay? Don't do it. They want to see you caught up because they think you spoiled. Yeah, you need to get this hater out your camp because they're trash anyway. Because they got a whole plan. This person just wants to see this individual discard you in some sick sort of game because they're jealous of you. So the goal is to come in, love bomb you, pretend like they're the missing piece to your life and all of these things. And careful. Okay. And you've been having feelings about this particular family member anyway, like you can't trust them, something's off, and you've been trying to ignore it. Don't ignore it, okay? If you're interested in new love, let's see who's coming towards the collective. Okay, we got the Nine of Swords. Oh. Ace of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. Some of you are nervous to date, or vice versa. This person, I feel like because somebody really is looking for someone to really invest in, someone to not settle with, but put down roots with. Someone who sees the bigger picture. Some of the nervousness and fear comes from betrayal and, being caught up and people putting you in competitive environments. This King of Cups is everywhere. Yes. But you can't focus on that. I feel like you're open to love regardless at this point. You've already been through the worst of it. Yeah, look. There's the Strength card. And then there's the Five of Cups. I feel like you're going to do this regardless. You're going to face your fear. And test the waters and see where something can go. There's nothing you can do about the past, and you know that. You're finally realizing that you're not the same individual. There we go. So I feel like cautious optimism. Yeah. There's like the energy of fun and conversation. Beautiful. Because you're willing to face this, you will be richly rewarded with a genuine partner. Because you dared to heal. This is really nice, actually. And again, this energy of you manifested this. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. You've got one more in the tank, so you saved your best for last. I love it. I do. All right. Wow. It's genuinely given like love at first sight. And it's not coming from inexperience. It's coming from an abundance of experience. When you know, you know. All right. Oh, you're going to know immediately they're different from the rest. We'll be looking with the soul. I love it. Some of you are having dreams about the person coming into your life. Moon, Seven of Cups. There's a divine alignment for that particular connection. Hold your ground. Interesting. Wow. Okay, so listen, feminine energies, you are not to move. You understand me? Because here's what I'm seeing. They know what they want. Allow them. Allow them. Because whoever this masculine is that's coming in, they have missed out on a great opportunity with someone. You know, you get soulmates and that sort of thing. This is their last sort of blessing, if you will. They're not going to lunch. This is like fear of missing out on a real, genuine person. Yes, there's love here. Yes, there's soulful connection. Yes. At the same time, them being a lunchbox and standing in the way of their own blessings, they're not doing that this time. And so, immediate recognition of value of who you are. Oh, yeah. Before, I feel like this individual listened to a hater, right? Because they had encountered a few diamonds in the rough and they didn't fight for it. But this time, they're not even playing that game. So they gonna play it real cool to this person. They're gonna wear a mask and they're going to pursue their own love story. Right. And if that means protecting you to have this new beginning, because now they realize this fake ass friend, whoever this person is in their life. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Because somebody really wants family. They want a family. And whoever this hater is to them, they want them. I don't know the connection. I don't need to, but they want the person who's going to pursue you, and they have a track record of just kind of putting bad advice in this person's head. So they're heeding all sorts of stuff. They're not going to miss out. Yeah, they're not going to miss out. I told you they want a family. Because they, again, they know they messed up. This person has been presented with other soulmates before, and they messed it up. They really messed it up. Yeah, yeah. They're going to protect you. They really are. From their own people. And when they're going to tell you why also they don't interact with others. You know, why there's some distance being placed, some boundaries being placed, some limitations being placed on people who try to put fear-based mindsets into the collective. Oh yeah, but they're going to put on a great show to keep them at bay. Yeah, whoever these people are, they don't want to see them aligned with the universe. They don't want to see them ascend or anything. They want to keep them in their same low vibrational energies. They want them to repeat the pattern, you know, over and over again. hmm They're definitely, yeah. It's gonna be mum's the word. Y'all gonna have a wonderful courtship and everything else. Because I feel like this person might have been refusing to see certain things. Um, with this owl, it lets me know that there's been some sort of insight, some sort of wisdom granted. Yeah. And so this is their attempt to erase and destroy any and all evidence of these haters, these people who try to present obstacles and challenges in their lives. Yeah. That's interesting. Y'all going you're being warned right now, okay? To use this. Because if you don't, this is the results. Okay? Real simple. Okay? Because it's gonna be a little intense. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So this person, I don't feel as though has been in this environment. They bought anyway the stoat. They reintroduced the stoat to an area where they had become extinct, right? But it's necessary for a certain population in terms of culling. Anyway, long story short, this person has been reintroduced to the environment that you currently live or whatever it is, and that's how y'all are going to meet. But they have not been around. But also, you two might have known each other at a different point. I don't know. And you could be reintroduced, but I'm not really getting that. I'm letting you know now that if you and this person immediately, so if that's not what you want, use protection. This person, like I said, the energy of spoil goes with protection. They're not going to allow anyone to interfere, to destroy whatever it is they're trying to build with you, period. They're going to express this to you, by the way. They are. They're going to make it very, very plain. Okay? And I feel like there's certain similarities. All right, let me pick that up because I want to get to as many of these energies as I can. Aww. Somebody's looking for love and marriage. Love and marriage. I love it. And this is somebody who's been fighting marriage. They didn't want to do it. They wasn't even thinking about it, but now they are. Who's this person looking for love and marriage? They're looking for their total wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups. Ace of Wands. I want to know what inspired this person because the Eight of Swords came out in the block position. I think they had the wrong idea about relationships. And whatever the negative ideas and thoughts and perceptions are gone now. Now this person wants to be a father, Emperor. They've seen the, look, I told you they want love. What's behind that? And they're looking for it. I feel like maybe they were only shown maybe a very cold parent. Maybe their mama was divorced. They gained some deeper insight. They did. Queen of Swords, High Priestess, Three of Cups, Six of Wands, Hangman, King of Cups. Whatever they gained insight on, it changed their whole perspective on relationships, love, marriage, commitment, the full shebang. Death, Ace of Cups, Strength. See, that somebody was lied to. Seven of Swords and the Devil. They were shown nothing but toxic bullshit, runner chaser, just weird behavior. People lying and cheating and tricking. But justice, they found some sort of balance with all of that. Yeah, blew their whole mind. So now they're ready. Yeah. Whatever childhood wounds they had, I had a feeling. They've healed that. They have. They were definitely traumatized by their upbringing. But they're not anymore. So that's nice. Somebody's going to get a healed person. Right. Not someone who's going to be jealous of you or compete with you in some weird whatever. Two of Wands. Wow. Somebody made a clear decision. And like, they know what direction they want to move in, and they're moving quickly. This is the shit I be talking about. When men make up their mind, when they're ready to get married, when they're ready to like become fathers and husbands, that's just what it is. There is nothing about this energy that says there was no ultimatum. There was no person that they would have encountered prior. They had to do this on their own. They absolutely had to do this on their own. It was heavy and everything, but they did it. It's worth the effort. Yeah, look, King of Wands. So, congratulations, because someone is genuinely about to get the man of their dreams. Like the absolute man of their dreams. Full judgment. Somebody's clear as a bell. They've gone through whatever rebirth, spiritual awakening that was necessary to align them to understand what would genuinely make them happy. Yeah. Like, for real. Look at this. We saw the King of Cups, King of Wands, King of Pentacles, King of Swords. Yeah, somebody's firing on all cylinders. Yep. Somebody was genuinely afraid of marriage, afraid of relationships, because they were shown a very low vibrational version of it. So commitment was never on this person's mind. It is now. No more fear. I love that. Look, 8 of Swords block, 9 of Swords block, no more fear. Somebody is like, I want to be happy, and they are charging towards it. I love it. I genuinely love it. Wow. Wow. This takes so much gumption for a man. I feel like I'm not one, but I feel like it does, because they're standing up to like toxic masculinity. Because I saw 5 wands, right? That's 5 phallic energies to the King of Swords, King of Cups. Like they're absolutely standing up for themselves. Like I saw sports and sex shop. So this person realizes that that's what a low vibrational masculinity looks like. They treat women and sex as a game, as a sport, something to just, gather numbers and blah, blah, blah. This person has moved away from that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they got some sort of, like, the alarm bells went off and they ran the other direction. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. And this man is receiving a lot of hate. A lot of hate because he changed his thinking. Because he went a different direction. And now he not around now. Attracting the same old. He not on that type time. He not just using people like his entourage. A lot of unnecessary drama comes with, random hookups. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Oh, hold on. Let me grab these. Nope. Stay right there. Wow. These masculines really feel some kind of way. They feel like their homie got stolen away. I'm not even joking. It has nothing to do with you. And now, if this is somebody who was exceptionally close to their family and these toxic masculines are a part of their family and they're no longer interacting, they still feel some kind of way about it. And they talking mad shit. Because this is what they do. Every man in this family, this is what they do. They hook up or random, you know what I mean? Like a lot of just low vibrational activities. I don't want to really go through all of it. Yeah. Yeah. As they partying and getting together, they talking shit about this masculine. Yep. Talking shit to different females they run across when they ask about who this masculine. Oh, where's such and such go? Oh, I mean, they really doing a number on their reputation. So this masculine is being slandered by their own formal circle or their own family because they're just not interested and they're now hurt because they're not, doing the same low vibrational shit. All right. So what does the collective need to know about this healed masculine? They used to party. Okay. Because it came out face down. So that's part of their past. Okay. They just need you to know that. Because wolf in sheep's clothing is here. And even though this person's coming towards you, I'm going to say reform, right? Self-healed, self-discovered, introspective, change their ways for their own benefit, okay? But they got a past. Family issues, right? They got a past. It flipped, it flashed. So I'm going to put it back, right? I don't know how I feel about that stuff coming out. I feel like this person is now in the process of freeing themselves from the made up perceptions. You know what I mean? Like the energy that your family and your upbringing puts onto you. It's the layers. This person is cleaning their own bristles, if you will, removing the residue. Okay. Bankrupt. They may not have a lot financially right now. Or they may have even filed bankruptcy in their life. Shit happens. Um, this person had a tendency of running away from problems when things get, a little intense. Yeah. Yeah. This person could have done a little time with waiting and legal issues coming out. It could have a criminal background. Right. They're going to show you this though. Whatever it was, it's not just going to be, let me tell you about me. Yeah. Yeah. You may not care, but they want to make sure. Um, they are healed though, because crying over you, sad, hurt, upset is in the reverse. So they are healed from all of these things. I will say they've gone through a bout of bad karma. but they're okay, unfazed. They are. They're okay. We all must serve our karmic penance. You know, you're supposed to play dumb, okay? My little spiritual buddies, play dumb. Let this man tell you about him, okay? Just let him tell you about him if you're interested, okay? I feel like anybody who's been on this spiritual walk, you're actually going to be quite intrigued by this man's background, because I feel like for whoever you are, there are some similar parallels. Yeah. All right. Last round. I'm hearing DMX. I love my baby mother. I never let her go. I know he was like mocking somebody, but if you and your child's father are not together, I know we got that Mercury retrograde. There are certain signs where the energy is conducive for exes spinning the block. I'm talking to you. If you already know, they told you that shit. Yes, I'm talking to you. It's a reason. They said you can't stop this love. Seven of Wands, Lovers, Queen of Cups. They only see victory and success with you. This person's going to make it right. Yeah, they was a liar, a cheater, and they left you in a lurch and all of that. But this person's doing better. They are. And their intention is to reconcile. You are the light of their life, by the way. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. And you know it. And you know it. You know it. This person, they might have been like two-timing and doing all that weird shit when y'all was together. But when you put this person aside, they sat down somewhere. Okay? That shit hurt. Tower Justice, it hurt. So if you got kids with somebody, and I feel like younger children, we're not talking teens, tweens, young adults, 8 and under. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Y'all got a son. You do. You got a son. I see it. Ace of Swords. Yes, y'all do. Cute little boy. Them curls are super cute. There's somebody who's been looking into you. Quiet as his cat. Quiet as his cat. Now, you see the Hermit star, right? I feel like whoever is looking at you has been on a similar soul searching, fact finding mission about themselves. Um, but this individual, just like yourself, it's nothing quick about these energies. This person feels like you and they would be the perfect blend, but they are watching. They want to know if you're dating anybody. They're trying to figure out what to expect. Listen, I don't know who they are, but if this person's in the public eye at all, like I even get the energy of them having you follow. They could be afraid of getting played. Um, yeah. Nine of Swords, Five of Wands. Like I said, they're not interested in that sort of vibe. They're looking for someone to really partner with, someone to build with. We go from the 7 to the 3, that's 10 Pentacles. So this person's actually looking for a spouse, a genuine spouse. Right. Someone who's healed, healthy, addiction free, someone who has overcome their own demons, so to speak. Yeah. I will say, whoever this individual is, they are scared to death of being hurt again. I'm not even joking. That's a huge thing. Nine of Swords, Five of Wands, Four of Swords, Strength. Looking for any signs of promiscuous behavior. Knight of Page of Swords, Knight of Wands. You got the Moon, Three of Swords down here. Like, for real. Because somebody really just want they happily ever after. They really do. They want their Ten of Cups. They want somebody, build with, get their little house in the country. Somebody, they can just do their little simple hobbies with, that sort of thing. It's not mundane because we already saw the Ten of Pentacles. And so I feel like whoever this individual is, they're very comfortable in life. They're financially set. But what's really missing is the counterpart energy. And I feel like this person has gone a long time being by themselves. Yeah, look, as I say that counterpart, look what's right here. Hierophant. People run into a lot of gold diggers, and I get that, and this is where this fear comes from. I feel like this individual has run into a lot of gold diggers, but this is really what they're into. This is what they want. They've learned their lesson about things. So whoever they are, I feel like they dress real shabby. No disrespect, but it's purposeful. They do not flaunt their wealth by any means. Temperance, High Priestess, Page of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they definitely do not talk about money. They don't flaunt money. Nothing. But I don't feel like you don't hear this person talk about work either. Right. They're looking for their counterpart. They really are. Someone who can, because Hierophant, High Priestess, that's their match right there. Sometimes Justice, but I see Justice more as a singular energy. But this is the match because they used to be called the High Priest and the High Priestess. So, I feel like they're very knowledgeable about earthly things. But they're looking for someone to connect to very spiritually. I know that's right. Yeah, man. That's cool. That's cool. I'm definitely getting scorpionic energy. Yeah, they could very well have a lot of water in their chart, but I'm getting heavy, heavy Scorpio. Yeah, but there's and look, there she go, Pink Cups. This person's definitely like watching you pretty closely. Like this makes me feel like there's definitely somebody paying attention to you, tracking your movements, quiet as it's kept. This person themselves maybe is a private eye of some variety. I see that too. Uh-huh. I don't know how you would personally feel about being scoped out on this level, but that's really what I'm seeing. Looking you up, first cut. See what I mean? Head in the clouds, boss B. This person does not want to be in a love triangle. And so they will apologize with kissing ass for all of this heavy scrutiny, surveillance, and all of that dumb shit. But mm, they really feel like you, they person. love on the brain, and an offer. They tired of casual hookups. I just saw love affair, sex fix. They are uninterested in that. If it don't have a future, they don't want it. They don't want any associations with it. Interesting. Yeah. So this person's definitely watching you from fake accounts. Even if you have fake accounts, they could have even tried to see that. See if you got a fake Instagram or shit like that. If you're living some sort of double life, see if you're engaging with any exes or anything like that. All they found is that you have no interest in returning to any person from your past. Ah, this person could, like I said, they could be a private eye, but they could also be a federal employee. Right. This person don't want no surprises with nightmares falling upside down, and then this is fed up, looking you up, and then look, low IQ. That's interesting. I don't know if they didn't think you would figure that out. Yeah, like I said, this person's been by themselves a very long time. A very long time. Hence why they got all this fuck. Yeah, yeah. I feel like this person is like a private eye. Because Stalker just came out. When you're like doing these sorts of jobs, I don't necessarily feel that you have a lot of free times for like in depth relationships. If you being paid to watch people follow them, you know what I mean. I'm really getting like the type of investigations they do on cheaters. Right. They're trained to look for wolves in sheep's clothing, you know, looking for signs of partying and money movement and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, they're definitely a cop or a private eye or something like that. Definitely. Yeah. Travel and family issues. Like I said, they get paid to tell people who are going through divorce or suspected of infidelity and shit like that. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. For real, there's a jealous ex of yours for someone. This is how this person even came across you. I just saw it. Interesting. Hmm. This is right. They couldn't let you go. They discovered that you're a prize and you just don't want no parts of old boy or old girl and you done moved on. But I do feel like with divination abuser, this person has been abusing their power and authority to keep up with you. Yeah, I will say they have been running interference with your ex though. So that's a blessing in disguise. Yeah. Yo, he talking shit. Whoever this PI that's interested in you, that's like, you know, yeah, he's talking shit about this person from your past. I'm not even joking. Romantic love affair, dirty offer, wants you back, girl fight, dodging bullets, stalker, like straight up broke ass. This person also ran out of money due to lots of other things, like drugs and addictions. Talking mad shit. So the private eye who fell in love with you is what it's looking like. Who was paid by an ex to stalk you to keep up with you type shit. is now talking shit about the client who ran out of money because they're really a clown. Look, that shit's funny. Same shit, different day. This bull mighty even had to be like, yo, pay me my money. I got your evidence. I got your proof. Da 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 da. And this person's confused, right? Because they thought this game was going to work. But that's not what they discovered. They discovered every reason why you moved on. Wow. Wow. Even discovered that person likes to play in magic. Huh. Okay. Yeah. They've been a fan of you ever since they did their little investigation, I will say. See, love triangle. This connection comes out as a result of a love triangle, but it's not in the traditional sense. It's a third party, yes. This PI was a third party. That's wild, guys. Maybe that's what they discovered about you. That you're, you don't want to be caught up in no third parties. You don't deal with players. You're healed. You know what I mean? Like, you've overcome a bunch of shit. Like, maybe that was all just the information they discovered about you due to the investigation of your former stalker. Yeah, yeah. Look, fake accounts impersonator. I feel like that's part of what your stalker ass ex was involved in some sort of attempt to steal your identity with theft, marrying for money, and impersonator. Yeah, this person, I don't know what happened, but they have something that can help you. Yeah, they have something that can help you, as they discovered inside scoop. And here's your photo proof evidence. And there's a spiritual hater, your karmic ass ex. Whatever this information they discovered is going to land that person in prison. Like straight up. Straight up. Because I told you somebody's a hustler. And they travel a little band. Anyway. So your new lover is going to come in on many levels offering. Oh, never mind. It's okay. I like it. I do. Told you. Heroes have been dispatched. Champions have been dispatched. I keep saying it. Looking you up, fishing for comments, different things. Like somebody is being heavily cared for. I'm going to put it that way. Yeah, you need to look at your investments and shit like that. If you have them, 401ks and the like, pay attention. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here. I hope this helped you. Have a great day. Bye.